It's okay. So come into a cross-leg position, sit up very tall, roll shoulder heads back, and welcome to this beautiful morning and beautiful day. So sit up very tall, root down into your sit bones. Let's ground it. Slide your hands in abiding mudra closer to your side. Roll the shoulder heads back. And then reach up through the crown of the head. Soften into your being. And then let your light shine. Breathe and recognize the ground beneath you. And then just recognize that this is your safe heaven, your yoga mat. Where all forms of healing can occur. You are a human being with having a human experience, which means there is work here to do. And when it comes to healing and doing the work, we all have different stories. Some of us are healing old wounds, and some of us may be in the middle of grief. And some of us are unaware what lays beneath. But whatever your story is, in today's practice, and in every practice, is an opportunity to heal. So stay present with every breath. Stay present with what you might need to heal, and let your light shine. Lengthen and deepen both the inhale and exhale. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. And as you deepen your breath, you may feel the expansion in your belly, your rib cage, your chest. And as you exhale, release and soften and letting go. Inhale again. Fill yourself, draw the breath all the way up. Find a little pause on top of the lungs. And then allow yourself to gently, slowly release and let go. Take a few more breaths just like that, conscious, with full awareness in the here and now. And then set an intention as you bring your hands to the heart, bow your head. An intention of being present, grounding and healing. And we seal that intention and chant one single time of Om. Take a deep inhale. your head to the heart. Honor your divine light inside. Reach through your hands towards the sky, lifting up. Open your eyes and exhale, bring them back to the heart center. Inhale, take your arms up by your side, roll the shoulder heads back, reach from fingertips to fingertips. And inhale, reach your arms towards the sky. Press your palms together and exhale back to the heart. 2 more times. Reach your arms out, roll the shoulder heads back, take your hands towards the sky. Exhale back to the heart center. Again, arms out. Take them up towards the sky, lift the gaze and exhale back to the heart. Now take your right arm up towards the sky, reach as far up as you can and lean over to the left. Draw the right sit bone back down to the mat, rotate the chest open. Inhale, come back up and exhale to the other side. Draw the left sit bone down, right shoulder head back, lift the gaze, and inhale, come back up. 1 more time on each side, lifting up and over. And then opposite sit bone always grounds down. Now take your gaze down and release your right hand over to the left. Press both fingertips, hands into the mat. Rotate the chest a little bit more. And inhale, take your right arm forward and up and over. Yes, and come back up. Exhale, take your right arm down and lean over to the left. Ground your left sit bone. And then take your hand down. Come onto your fingertips. Keep drawing the left sit bone back. And then plant your right hand again, left arm forward and up, make a big circle. And inhale, come back up. Exhale, take your fingertips forward. Press down into your fingertips, lengthen, and exhale, walk your hands as far forward as you can. Keep drawing the sit bones back, keep staying grounded, let the head go. Inhale, come back up. Take both hands towards the sky and exhale back to the heart center. Okay, then we lay down onto the mat. Bring your right knee into the chest. Interlace your hands on top of your right shin and reach the left leg away from you. And then take your fingertips behind your right thigh and straighten your right leg towards the ceiling. Now what I want you to do is kind of gently pull your right leg towards you, but then push your leg into your hands. Your hands pull your leg and simultaneously you press back. Keep your pelvis in neutral so that the lower back is gently lifted in a neutral position here. Keep reaching through the left heel. Flex the toes on your right leg. And exhale, bend your knee again. Again, you interlace your hands on top of your right shin. From here, take your right shin, keep your right hand onto that shin, take it out to the right side. And then maybe you can feel you can bring it up a little bit higher towards the right shoulder. Inhale back to the center. And exhale, take the right shin all the way over to the left side. Take your right arm over to the right. Turn your chin over to the right. Keep the left leg active. And inhale, come back to the center. Bring your left knee into the chest and straighten your right leg forward. Interlace both hands on top of your left shin. Again, you find the neutral curve in your lower back here. And then keep that as you straighten your left leg and interlace your hands behind your left hamstring. Press your leg into your hands and your hands towards the leg. So it's not about bringing your leg all the way over your face. Continue bringing your awareness to your breath, and then bend your left knee and interlace your hands again on top of your left shin. And then keep your left hand onto that shin, bring it over to the right. Keep your right leg active. And then bring your leg back to the center and take it all the way over to the right side. Take your left arm over to the left. Draw the shoulder head down. Take your gaze over. And inhale, come back to the center. Bring both knees into the chest, hug your knees in. And then straighten both legs towards the sky. Separate your legs and take your hands to your inner thigh. Flex the toes and let your toes be in the same direction than your knees. Reach through the heels. One more breath. And then bring your legs back together. Rock back and forth 3 times. So take your legs, all your feet all the way back to Halasana. Come forward, all the way up, maybe to a Navasana here, with the hands behind. Rock back again. Come forward. Balance for a moment. Rock back. And come forward, cross your ankles, come all the way forward onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers, align your wrists underneath your shoulders. Straighten your arms, crown of the head forward. Firm your abdominal muscles. And as you press your hands firmly into the mat, you widen your upper back. And without moving your pelvis, big time right now, melt the heart down. And then push your hands into the mat again, widen the shoulder blades. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other as you melt the heart. And push back up. Now we add on the pelvis. So from here we round the upper back, we round the pelvis, tuck your tailbone down, tuck your chin. Inhale, lift up the heart, melt, reach the sternum forward, exhale and round. Inhale, lift up the heart, lift the pelvis, and exhale, rounding your spine, tuck your sit bones back towards the heels. Inhale, shift forward onto your knees, lift up the heart. Exhale and round, take your sit bones back. Inhale, keep moving with the breath. Lift the heart. Exhale and round. One more, inhale, lift. Reach the heart forward, extend. Exhale and round. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Nice. Exhale and round. Take your sit bones back and reach your hands forward, as far forward as you can. But keep the sit bones grounded. Roll the outer arms down towards the mat. Inhale, shift forward. Keep your hands and feet where they are. Curl your toes under. Lift up and back and come into a downward dog with bent knees. Lengthening your torso. Lift the sit bones up and back towards the corner where the wall and ceiling is meeting. Lengthening from your little finger all the way up there. And then very gently either straighten both legs, releasing both heels towards the mat without shifting towards the shoulders, or maybe pedaling your heels a little bit. And just start slowly here. One after another, release your heel towards the mat. Your heels do not have to touch, it's just the action of releasing them down. Maybe lifting and spreading your toes a little bit. Pull up your kneecaps, firm your quadriceps. And if it's too much for your hamstrings, you can always keep your knees bent. If you feel like you have too much weight in your shoulders, keep your knees bent. Take 3 more breaths here. Remember, this practice is for you, for your healing, for grounding, to find peace, compassion for yourself. Inhale, shift forward into a plank position. Crown of the head reaches forward. Let's do the same thing with the shoulders. Push your hands so much into the mat that the shoulder blades are widening. Now melt the heart down and push your hands into the mat more. Exhale, melt the heart and push. Melt the heart and push. And up and back, downward facing dog. And then inhale, lift the gaze, shifting forward again. Lower all the way down to the mat, very slowly. Uncurl the toes, pull back on the heels of the hands, lift up to a low cobra. Lift the kneecaps, draw the back of the skull back, exhale and fold. Take your fingertips out to the side. Roll the shoulder heads back, lift up. Lift up a little bit higher, keep the lower back long. Exhale, fold. Curl the toes under, press yourself back onto your knees, and then take your sit bones all the way back. Keep your arms really straight and active, and up and back again, downward facing dog. Root and rebound here. And then exhale, walk your hands back towards the feet. Come halfway up, lengthen. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale and fold. Grab your elbows behind your knees. Press the back of the knees against your forearms. You can bend your knees here or straight legs. Let the head go, shake your head yes, and shake it no. Take the shoulder heads away from the ears. And then inhale, come halfway up again. Take your thumbs into your hip creases, slightly bend your knees and come all the way up. Take your hands towards the sky and exhale back to the heart center. Let's do 3 sun salutation A2 together. Come to the front of the mat. Stand up very tall. Roll the shoulder heads back. Keep rooting down into your feet. Again, we ground. Take your hands by your side. Shift back and forth from the heels to the ball mounts and just feel your feet. Rooting into the mat, rooting into the floor, into the earth. And then inhale, reach your arms towards the sky. Exhale, folding forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway Ardha. Exhale, plant your hands, bend your knees, start by stepping your right leg back. Lift the top of the right thigh bone, lift the gaze, step your left leg back. Shift forward, lower to the heights of your elbows. Inhale, lift up to an upward dog, shoulder heads back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Root and rebound again. Staying present. Take 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Lifting the gaze. Bend your knees in the emptiness, step or hop. Come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press down into your feet, come all the way up, and exhale back to the heart center. Inhale, Utthita Hasta. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back, lift the gaze, step your right leg back. Shift forward, lower to the heights of your elbows. Inhale to an upward dog, shoulder heads back, tailbone long. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lifting the gaze. Exhale all the way out. Bend your knees, step or hop. Come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press down into your feet. Come all the way up. Exhale, back to the heart. Inhale, one more time. Utthita Hasta in Tadasana. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, plant your hands, bend your knees, step or hop into Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe. Breathe in silence and in stillness. With your next inhalation, lift the gaze. Exhale all the way out, bend your knees, step or hop. Come halfway up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise, Utthita Hasta. Exhale, back to the heart center. We move on, bend your knees. Inhale, come into Utkatasana here. Rock back towards the heels. Lift the right leg and lift her into the chest. Keep your left knee bent. Straighten your right leg forward. Bend your right knee again and very slowly step it back. Ground your right foot to the mat and open up Virabhadrasana 2. Align your heel to arch, so quickly take a peek down there. Back toes are slightly forward. Front foot is straight forward, lengthen the inner groins there. Arms up by your side, gaze is over your left middle finger. Release your right hand down your right leg and lift the left. Exhale, shift forward, take your left elbow onto your left knee, right arm over your right ear. Inhale, come back up, release your right hand down, left arm over. Exhale, keep flowing, take your left arm onto your left knee, right arm over your right ear. One more time, inhale, come up and back. And then come into side angle pose, take your right arm onto your right leg, or take your right hand to the instep of your left leg. Right arm over your right ear. You have blocks if you need blocks. If you can, reach all the way down. Press your arm against the knee, your knee against the arm, and draw the left outer hip back. Exhale, take your gaze down and walk your hands over to the right side and square your feet. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale and fold, walk your hands back. Let the head go. Lift the shoulder heads, shifting forward. Align your sit bones with your ankles. Press through the outer edges of your feet. Draw the outer ankles in towards the inner ankles. Inhale, come halfway up, crown of the head forward. Take your hands onto your hip creases, slightly bend your knees and come all the way up. Take your hands towards the sky. Turn your left foot back out to the left side. Straighten your left leg and reach forward with the left hand. Lower the left hand onto your left leg or behind the left leg. Right hand towards the ceiling. Lengthen the left side of your torso. Yes, good choice. And then exhale, bend your front knee, release your right hand down, lift the right heel and step your left leg back. Step your feet together, crown of the head reaches forward, roll over to the left side for Vasisthasana. Stack your feet, take your right hand towards the ceiling. And exhale, lower the right hand down to the mat. Option 1, lower through Chaturanga. Option 2, stay in downward facing dog. Inhale to upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale all the way out. Bend your knees, step or hop. Come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, Uttanasana. Exhale, straighten your legs and bring your hands back to the heart. You can stay where you are and I turn myself around here. Bend your knees, inhale. Uttanasana, rock back towards the heels. And then lift the left heel, lift the left knee into the chest. Straighten your left leg forward. And then very slowly, hinge forward and step your left leg at shy and step back. Open up, Virabhadrasana 2. Look down, heel to arch alignment. Rotate the chest open, lengthen the inner groins on your right leg, draw the right outer hip back. Anchor your tailbone down. Again, you find that rooting down as you lift upwards through the crown of the head. Release your left hand down your left leg, lift the right. Exhale forward, bend your elbow, take your left arm over your left ear. Right shoulder head moves back. Inhale, come back up. Reverse. Exhale forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back. And this time, exhale, we stay. Either keep your elbow onto your knee or reach down to the instep of your right foot and take your left arm over your left ear. Keep drawing the tricep away from you. Keep your chest open. And then exhale, take your gaze down, release your left hand down and walk your hands over to the left side. Square your feet, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Lift the shoulder heads, let the head go. Stack your elbows on top of your wrists. If this is not possible, take your blocks underneath. Let the head go. Shift the weight forward, firm your legs, lifting up your kneecaps. And then inhale, come halfway up. Press down into your feet, come all the way up. Come onto the tippy toes on your right foot, turn your right femur bone out to the right side. Align your left heel to arch again. Arms up by your side. We go into Triconasana, reaching forward, right hand to the outside, chest is opening, left hand towards the ceiling. Notice the right shoulder head wants to hike forward, draw that back. Keep the crown of the head in alignment with your tailbone. Root down through the inner right foot, so keep that grounded. Exhale, lower the left hand down, bend your right knee, step your right leg back, step your feet all the way together, and roll over to the right side for Vasisthasana, left hand towards the ceiling. Stacking your feet, separate your heels a little bit so that the pelvis stacks as well. And exhale, lower the left hand down, downward dog or lower through Chaturanga. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, and exhale, take a child's pose in between. Take your big toes together, press your sit bones back. Keep your arms active so the arms stay straight. Triceps move down, biceps lift. Inhale, lift the gaze, shift forward, curl the toes under, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up your gaze. Exhale, walk or hop your feet forward in between the hands. Come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press down into your feet, come all the way up, and exhale, hands back to the heart. Okay, we start again. And we just take it a little bit further. We go into eagle pose. Garudasana. You have the option of taking your blocks next to your feet for a kickstand. Bend your knees, inhale, Uttanasana. Rock back towards the heels. We can again start with the right foot. Lift the right knee into the chest. Keep your left knee bent as you cross your right leg over the left. Take your foot onto your kickstand. Take your hands forward. Cross your left arm above your right. Option 1, you can hold onto your shoulders or take the back of the hands together or press your palms together. Lift your elbows shoulder height, press them forward. You can keep your right foot where it is or tuck your right foot behind the left calf. Find the drishti, a gazing point. Squeeze your inner thigh towards each other. Draw the right outer hip back. And then very slowly straighten your left leg and step your right leg a giant step back. This time we go into Virabhadrasana One. So line your heel to heel, draw the right hip forward, left hip back, reach your arms a little bit higher. Maybe bring your forearms parallel to the ceiling. And release your hands, take them alongside your ears. The arms. And then exhale, take your hands behind your back. Interlace your right thumb above your left, shoulder heads back, straighten your arms. And exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Lower your shoulders parallel to the mat. Hug your left outer hip in, take your knuckles towards the ceiling. And now press back into your right foot and lift back up, Virabhadrasana One. Take your hands back towards the sky. Exhale to the heart. Align your heel to arch. Open up, Virabhadrasana Two. Rotate the chest open. Most important, keep your left knee on top of your left ankle. Inhale, straighten your left leg and square your feet. Take your hands down to the mat. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale and fold. This time, take your first two fingers and grab your big toes. Lengthen upward. Exhale, elbows out to the side, folding forward. Shoulder heads lift. Shake your head yes, and shake it no. And then inhale, come halfway up. Take your hands and maybe take your elbows by your side and just make fists. Bend your right knee, lean over to the right. My foot goes a little bit out to the side. I come up and turn the left foot a little bit out to the side and come back up. And turn to the right. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Inhale, take your hands onto your hips and come all the way up. And this time, heel toe or hop your feet back together. Beautiful. Now we come to the top of the mat again, and I move over here. Take your blocks, bend your knees, inhale Uttanasana. Grounding your right foot, keep your right knee bent, lift the left heel, lift the left knee up. Cross your left leg over the right, squeeze your inner thigh. Take your hands forward, right arm above your left. Again, have your options. Take your elbows forward, forearms perpendicular to the mat. Stay here or cross your left foot behind the right calf, if it's working. If we have the balance, right? Draw the left hip back. Find the drishti, a gazing point. And then very slowly straighten your right leg and step your left leg back and align your heel to heel. You kind of feel that. You make space for your pelvis. Keep your right knee bent. Okay, and lift your elbows towards the ceiling, maybe lifting your forearms parallel to the ceiling. And release your hands, release your arms, and exhale, come all the way up. Take your hands behind you. Left thumb above your right shoulder, heads move back, straighten your arms. And very slowly hinge forward from your hips. Let the head go. Take your knuckles towards the ceiling. Shake your head, yes. Shake it, no. Keep hugging your right outer hip in. And very slowly inhale. Press down into your feet, come all the way up, take your hands towards the sky, exhale to the heart. Heel to your right foot over to the left a little bit, align your heel to arch, rotate the chest open, arms up by your side. Inhale, straighten your front legs, square your feet. Take your hands down to the mat. Come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Again, we take the first two fingers, grab the big toes. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. Lift the shoulder heads. And inhale, come halfway up. Release your hands. Take your hands into your hip creases. Come all the way up. And again, we go from side to side a little bit. Sorry. So keep your feet where they are. Okay, so come forward. Take your hands by your side. Bend your right knee. Go over to the right side. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more round. I go to the right, lift up, and go to the left, and come back up. Take your hands into your hip creases, come up, and heel toe or hop or levitate your feet back together. Yes, beautiful. Come to the front of the mat. Stand up very tall. Inhale, reach your arms towards the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Your last chaturanga if you like. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And then from here, we lower the elbows down to the mat. One at a time. Interlace your hands. Align your elbows underneath your shoulders. Press down into your forearms and walk your feet a little bit closer. Yes, you can always bend your knees. And exhale, lower your knees down to the mat and come into child's pose. This time, wrap your arms around by your side, let the forehead go down to the mat. If this is not possible, support yourself either with the blankets behind or the forehead onto a block. Come back to your breath. If your breath has become a little bit fast or choppy, calm it down again, maybe counting your breath, both the inhale and exhale equal in length. Okay, and we come into an inversion. I know most of you like to do a headstand. So shift forward. You can also use the wall. Interlace your fingers. Take your knuckles, if you're on the wall, all the way to the wall. Hold on to your thumbs, stack your wrists. Curl the toes under, walk your feet in, press down into your forearms to lift up. Both legs at the same time into the chest and lifting up. If you are at home, I teach you to take the block underneath your sacrum, right here. Not the sit bones, not the lower back, the sacrum, and take your legs towards the sky. Take your hands by your side, roll the outer arms down to the mat, palms facing up. If you can, wherever you are, take 10 more breaths. Count your breath. Being still in a pose is always an opportunity to come back to the breath, into the present moment. And wherever you are, slowly lower down. And if you were in a headstand, come into child's pose. And if you had your legs up the wall, you just actually stay right here in this pose. Then we take the block away. And if you are in child's pose, come up into a seat. I turn over to the right and come up into a seat as well. Straighten your legs. And if you need a blanket underneath your sit bones, take a blanket here. Actually, I turn this way. Okay. Take your legs forward and come into a wide-legged, souped-up Triconasana. And turn your inner thigh down, reach through the heels, flex the toes, and let your toes be in the same direction than your knees. Inhale, reach your arms towards the sky. And exhale, hinge forward. Release your hands wherever they go, lengthen forward and up, and folding down. You may feel that this experience is different than when you are in standing. I find always that there is a deeper stretch in my inner thigh versus when I'm standing up and coming to Prasarita Padottanasana. And if you like, you can also slide your hands out and grab your big toes. And then inhale, lift your gaze up and walk your hands back. From here, we take the right leg, take your right hand underneath your knee and bring your foot in. That's option 1. Option 2, you can also take your foot behind. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Now we turn our torso towards the bent knee. Okay. And then we lean over to the straight leg. You take your left hand to the inside of your left leg. You can maybe grab your big toe, brace your elbow against the leg, rotate the chest open, and take your right hand towards the ceiling. Take your right arm over your right ear. Keep the chest open. And inhale, take your right hand back up and come all the way up. Beautiful. Take your hands behind you, rotate the chest open, puff up your chest, and press through the left heel and the right shin and lift the pelvis. Take your head behind you and slowly lower your sit bones back down. And straighten your right leg again. So not each side is the same, so it may be different for you. Okay? So again, either take your foot to the inside or take it behind you. Beautiful. And then rotate the chest towards the bent knee. And then with the right rib cage, you lean over to the right leg. Take your right elbow to the inside of your right leg or your hand. So it doesn't matter where you are. I grab the big toe. I rotate the chest open, left arm over your left ear. And inhale, lift the left arm back up and rise back up. And then straighten the left leg. Oh no, sorry, almost forgot. Take your hands behind you, rotate the chest open, lift the heart, press down and lift the sit bones up. Take the head behind you. And slowly bring your chin back and lower the sit bones down. And then straighten your left leg. Take your legs forward, shake them out a little bit. And then from here we bend the knees and roll down to the mat. And we do that slowly. Take your hands forward. And very slowly draw the tailbone forward and lower down. All the way. And come back up. All the way. Roll down all the way. And come back up. Okay, one more time, down and up, okay? Just one more time. It's so good for us. There we go. And now roll down very slowly, all the way, and let it be. Bring your knees into the chest, hug your knees in, massage your lower back. And then grab your blocks and take your blocks underneath your feet. I take my heels a little bit behind, so I'm not slipping on the block. I have very dry feet there. Okay. Roll the outer arms down to the mat. I hold on to the outer edges of the mat and then press the lower back down to the mat. Lengthen your tailbone and pubic bone to the back of the blocks, back of the heels. Press down into your feet and lift the pelvis. Keep the length in your lower back. Press down into your feet. Lift the chin away from the chest. If you would like, you can interlace your hands underneath your back. Firm your inner thigh towards each other, down to the mat. And very slowly release your hands and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Let the pelvis go down. Now take the blocks all the way together and take the soles of your feet together on the blocks. Sway your knees from side to side. And then take your hands back underneath your knees. And we go up one more time, but take your blocks away this time. And take one block in between your thigh. Squeeze the block. Again, lengthen the lower back, so the lower back is flat. Press down into your feet, lift up again. And take your arms overhead. Squeeze the block vigorously. Lift the chest towards the chin. Press down into your feet. And slowly exhale, lower down and take your hands by your side at the same time. So once the breath ended, your pelvis is down, your hands are down. With the inhalation, we start the inhalation and the movement together. We lift up the pelvis, the hands. Once the pelvis is lifted, the arms are behind you. Let the palms face each other. And slowly exhale, we go back down. All the way. Inhale, lift back up. Squeeze the block. And exhale. Inhale, again lift. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Squeeze the block. And exhale. Take your block away. Take it to the side. Bring your knees into the chest, hug your knees in. And then here we come into happy baby. Take the soles of your feet together, knees down towards the armpits, and then lower the lower back down to the mat. Gently rock from side to side a little bit. And then bring your knees together and take your knees over to the right side. So hop your hips over to the left and bring your knees to the right. Take your right hand onto your left knee and then draw the left shoulder, left rib cage over to the left. Feel as if you can turn your belly button over to the left, maybe turning your gaze over to the left. And inhale, come back to the center. And then hop your hips to the center and over to the right. And bring your knees over to the left side. Take your right arm, right rib cage over to the right side. Turn your gaze over to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. Give yourself a loving hug. And then we release into Shavasana. I always recommend taking a bolster underneath the knees. Take something behind your head. Did you want the bolster? If you have an eye pillow, take an eye pillow. Take your hands by your side, palms facing up. Make sure you're warm. Maybe you need a blanket. Close your eyes. Let now the breath be gentle and calm. And maybe still focus on the breath. As your back body is grounding down into the mat, into the floor, your organs release into the back body. You're softening your skin, the facial muscles, relaxing your jaw. Your mind is quiet and calm and peaceful and grounded. Bring your awareness back into your physical body. Start deepening your breath. Let that be the only movement right now. Healing. There is healing in the laying on of hands, in letting go of fear, in asking for help, in silence, celebration, and prayer. There is healing in speaking the truth and keeping still, in seeking sunlight and not shunning struggle. Laughter and the affirmation of wholeness hold their own healing. When the soul dances, when the day begins in the light, when love grows and cannot be contained, when life flows from moment to moment, healing happens in the space between thoughts and the breaths before the song note. Healing is a birthright and a grace. When we dare to be open to the unknown, when we extend ourselves in caring, when we welcome in the vast expanse of life, healing comes from the heart and blossoms from the inside out. Dana Foltz. Now wiggle your toes, your fingers, reawakening your body. And then whenever you're ready, reach your arms overhead and straighten your legs forward. Bend your knees and roll over to the right side. With the strength of your upper arm, letting the head be the last thing to come up, press yourself up into a seat, closing your eyes. Bring your hands to the heart. We honor our practice, we honor our bodies, our mind, our spirits. And chant one single time of Om. Take a deep inhale. Bow your head to the heart. Together we pray. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings find peace, love, and true happiness. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.